All right, welcome back, everyone. This is where we're at so far through page 12. Everything's looking really good, I think, considering the teeny tininess of the scale. I'm enjoying the build. It's one of those things I dread doing the build, but I'm enjoying it too. So it's sort of hit or miss on that. Anybody watches the short feed knows I took a road trip today, so I was gone for 12 hours of it. So this may be a short video depending on how much energy I have left to go. But I think I'm going to be able to do a normal video. I don't feel too drained, I think. But we are actually going to get into assembling the store part, the inside, today. I was a little surprised that it actually just mounts onto the paper. There's no backing to this. It's all just straight onto that. So that's different. I usually expect like a little piece of wood to mount all this stuff onto, but not on this case. Anybody new here? I just go through and buy these little kits and build them step by step, slow and steady. You see all my successes and failures and how I correct the failures, undo and redo things as need be. If you have any suggestions or kits that you think you'd like to see that might fit into my style here, feel free to drop a comment and suggestions. I always look at them, and if I think they'll fit, I think I can actually do them, I will gladly put them on the list, and we will get around to them someday. That's someday is my favorite day. But anyway, without any further ado, we are ready for page 13. So I'm going to grab that few pieces for that and jump into it and get going. Be right back with that. Okay, here we are. Right off the bat, just got to make a couple of steps by stacking these guys up. And I'm just going to double them up. I'm pretty sure this is the side that's the only side that's going to show, so I just colored those sides in, not the squared sides. But basically, we're just going to stack them, and then stack the stacks into our corner piece here. Let's see here. I think I'll use, since I've got my corner piece, I'm going to use the old Gorilla Super Glue. I'll start off. Stay. I had a comment on me talking to my glue this morning actually. And I thought, yep. Of course, it would probably stay better if I wouldn't keep knocking it over. Okay, so I'll just do a bare drop on there. And slide this guy up and just down in place. So that should be alright. That's set done. And same thing again on this one. Corner, match you guys up, and then a little pressure. Alright, now these guys are supposed to line up like, and I was wrong. It is the square side. This side's going to show too, so real quick. Color these guys in. I guess I'll just go all the way around since I'm going, I'm going to go get them all. Okay. Okay, now we're supposed to line them up. Let's see, picture like so. This corner into a corner jig here, like so. And then screw glue into this section. And then match them up again. there, like that. Okay, I went the wrong way with them, with the glue, but that's okay. It'll hit the important stuff. Okay, so we got steps like so, and I just saw a paper towel a minute ago. Okay. Find something to wipe the excess off with here. Put it in my pocket. Yep. Okay. Okay. Left a little fuzz behind, but that's okay. Okay, so we got those guys like that, and got a little off there on that corner, but I think it's, like I keep saying, it's small enough that it's going to be okay. And let's see, I don't know if you can see it's got the outline of where everything goes. They're all numbered and everything, so we know what goes where. And is there trying to see, oh, and once again I missed a piece. Let's see, B12, this guy. You gonna come out willingly? This set's been about half and half as far as how good or not good they break out. Most of them I am having to cut. They have plenty of. Okay. Felt like the bottom one went pretty good. Okay. And marker again. I think I can get into that little nook there. Seems to be pretty well off limits. Okay. I don't think that's going to be showing, but I'll go ahead and hit the back of it anyway. Alright. Now, I think, let's see, I'll put this in here. I think I'm going to go with the B7000 because it does a good job of not bubbling up the paper, and it sets pretty quick, but it does give me a minute or so of adjustment time. So I guess I'm just going to start. Oh, just noticed I got a little bonus piece on there. Oh, that has been glue. Okay. Let's see, so it's B11, B12, B13. It's this one. Then this one is our counter. Of course, this is our storefront. So this goes in here. Oh, and B24 is actually. Yeah, they're sneaking all kinds of pieces in on me. And the door goes in. B24 is not. It's a loose piece. It's not on the form. There it is. Okay. I think B24 came in a bag. Okay, so There's that one. And I think that's all my pieces. Yeah, 324. Yep, okay. And the door goes in as well. Okay, so where am I going to start? I'm thinking I'm going to start here, go around, and then this in the front, just so I don't have to work around it, the big part, while I'm putting those stuff back there. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. So, take my B7000, lay some drops down here. Recap it. Easier said than done. There it goes. Our steps on there, swirling around a bit. Get them lined up. Okay. So that's pretty close to that edge there. I'll take B12. That's our banister going up the steps, so it'll go on that way. I'm just going to try and run a bead down the bottom on this one. Line you up and stick you on. Okay, looks pretty good. Now I'm going to do this one because it's the same logic with the storefront. But once I put those stairs in the back, it'll be probably a little more difficult to get to the middle. And it goes in like so. A little bit that way. That end. And get that big glob of glue out of that. I either can't get the stuff to come out or it comes out excessively. Okay, now this guy goes on. Oh, which way is this supposed to be facing? It goes like that. That's okay. This is going to be facing the outside of the jar, so that makes sense. There's another big glob of glue. Cap you maybe, keep some of it in there. Turn on these lights a little more. It gets the glare, but it also gets better visibility, so it's sort of trade-off. This goes there. There. Okay, so that was lined up until I moved it. Back up. Yeah. Okay, I think I moved this one too. Okay. Okay, I think those are pretty close to being on the lines. If I was feeling ambitious, I would put a piece of glue at the top of that rail. But I think if I move it, it's going to all fall apart. Okay, so now I'm ready to drop this guy in place. About like that. Okay. So, yes. Try and do a bead on this paper and the wood over there. Let's see how this goes. The paper is actually protruding, but that's what it's going to be resting on, so let's definitely make sure we get some on it. Okay. Let's see if I can put this in without knocking everything else off. Looking back here, further back. Smidge over. Are you gonna go over for me? Okay. That good. Now B24 goes in front of the doorway here. Our step. I'll just do dots for this one, I think. And you up the side of the building. Okay, so I got that sort of going. And then, okay, around here, didn't even notice this. This is supposed to go, I'm going to have to let this dry before I try this, I think, but that's supposed to go in here. Yeah, I am going to have to squeeze a bit of glue in on that staircase. I'm going to use the super glue though, because it's going to need some vertical stabilization. So, see if I can get in there and without knocking everything over. There. Okay. Get us together for just a second. I don't think that's going to be enough vertical stabilization. And like I said, I am going to have to let it dry a little bit before I really attempt it, but this is supposed to go bridge this gap there. Tweezers. Okay, it's going to be... Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to make that work. Not a lot of surface area, but I think it'll be okay. Okay. It says... It says we're supposed to put hinges on the door, but yeah, I'm not going to try that. The door is supposed to be opening... Let's see, so this is the outside... In the doorway, it's supposed to be opening like this. And actually, I don't even think it fits in the doorway. No, it doesn't. So it does go just on the ground here. Okay, I'm gonna go super glue with that too, because I've got on that glare, and I can't move anything without. Okay, so I'm just gonna go. Like I say, I'm just gonna super glue it to the checkerboard there. Okay, so this nice smooth coat on the bottom. Probably too much there, but that'll be all right. Make sure I get it facing the right direction. And just ease you down there. Okay. Alright, so all we got left on this page is to mount this guy. But I want to let all that glue dry before I try any real manhandling of it. I'm a little surprised there's not something else to mount it to. It's like a shelf or something over here, but there isn't. But I appear to be pretty well on the line, and I think it seems like it's gonna be a fairly close fit. Like, I think I might be able to make it work. Yeah. Alright. So I'm going to give that 10 or 15 minutes to dry up, and I'll come back and we'll get that mounted, and I think that pretty much takes care of the internal structure. I don't know, are we allowed to put it in the jar yet? Okay, I actually filled up the SD card. That's that point, but like I say, the last thing we're supposed to do is put it in the jar, which does make sense because I'm liable to break it if it wasn't. If I had a glass jar just laying around. But I say, yeah, I think I can sort of give you a little look-see here before I move on to let this dry more solidly. I think it's going to look really good. Alright, so like I say, I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, and I'll be right back and we'll carry on. Okay, it's been a few minutes, so we're going to find out together whether that was long enough or not. And okay, the paper is moving, but it's staying down on the paper. So okay, and I was supposed to go from, like I say, here to here. So we're going to be, there appears to be a slight gap there. I'm thinking. Okay, I'm going to go on to this one first because I'm assuming these things are supposed to be sticking up above our railing there. So I think that's how we want to do it. Start over there, and then I can sort of bring that one in to hit it. Okay, but I don't really have a good surface point here. Maybe, see, because the two good surfaces would be that and that, but that doesn't really line up over here. And it's hard to grab. So, okay, so I'm just going to try putting some glue along that one and try and sort of squeeze it together and hope it'll hold enough so I can get it onto the other side. Make the bridge. Okay. So that one's, I'm using this. Okay. I'm trying to glue it to a corner is the problem. So like that. Maybe. Get a few seconds, hopefully. Quit moving away from me. Nope. Let's say it's. We're going to apply a little pressure, and it's just not. Okay. And it's crooked, of course. And it's wiggling and wobbling. Yeah, it's not going to be. Okay. I think I need to come up with a plan B. Right. Okay, I see a little surface area there it's going to make, maybe. Let's see if I can hit. There's two pieces that sort of stick out. Hit them and find out if we can hold it together while everything else falls apart. Or it doesn't fall apart, hopefully. Okay, I think it's gonna stick. I think I broke it free over there. No. Okay. So, there's what we were trying for. And I think it's extremely fragile and likely to break before I get it into the bottle, but it's in place now. What, pick it up? Okay. So I can pick it up. Okay. I don't really want to very much, but I can. Alright, so that pretty much concludes, yeah, that does conclude page 13. Make sure there's nothing else hiding that I was supposed to put in that they didn't tell me about. No, that concludes 13. So, I'm going to set this aside and grab up the pieces for 14 because we're back to making little things now. So, be right back with that. Okay, back to making teeny tiny pieces again. Technically, the first step of this one is to make one of those little flying keys with the wings on it and everything, and I just said no. The size of those things, yeah, it just wasn't going to happen. I didn't even see the point in trying, just other than to frustrate me. So I'm okay with missing that because it's actually supposed to go in the window of the store with our ice cream cones and everything. But yeah, I'd looked at the size of the pieces that they were talking about and said no, just no. First step, actually the second step, since I just picked this one up already. This guy just goes on top of that. So I'm going to use the old Beacon 3-in-1 for this because that's my go-to for gluing down big pieces of paper. Because it doesn't bubble up. A little bit everywhere. And strings everywhere. And sort of swirl you around a second, and you can tell that I cut it out because I got pieces sticking out. White's sticking out, and got my little squeegee. So let's see if I can spread this glue out a little bit. Make sure it's all smooth and taken care of. I have a little on there, but I think we're going to stack stuff all over the top of this thing anyway, so that's okay. But that was all we've got to do on that part. Now, I'm thinking it looks, we're supposed to make this into a small book. I'm thinking it's supposed to be Tom Riddle's diary. I'm trying to see. That's the outside cover. And get me back to the B7000 with the fine tip. And do a couple of drops on there. And, this keeps coming out. I can't get it go. Okay. Way too much glue on there, but I can't. Here. And line you up on there and distribute it evenly. I put so much on there and hope it doesn't stick down to the paper here. And got you off again. Okay, set that next to the candy shop front so I don't lose it. And now, for basically the part I've been dreading all along, especially after that last experience I had making a witch's hat. This guy. And it does have some markings on it there. And I'm not, let's say, I think I got lucky with the ice cream cones, but let's do, cause I can't, maybe, I'll tell you what, let me get a little curve going this thing, maybe. That'll help. I'll get the, up and around there a little bit and see if I can get a bit of a curve. Okay, so that's about what we want. The top of the cap is always the worst part for me. And that corner piece in. Lined up. Okay, I think that'll do. Okay, and of course that calls for the old Gorilla Super Glue. And about 3 extra hands if I had them. Okay, let's get you a little bit in there on that end. That should hold everything in place. Or not. Okay. First time I've ever had the super glue not hold on paper almost instantly. May have put too much in there. Okay, there it goes. It's catching on now. But that's actually a pretty good point on that one. That's surprising. Okay. Close these up. Yeah. I gotta focus on it now. Yeah. Not a bad point. And supposedly, we just fold this excess tip right up in there. It goes up there, no problem, perfectly every time. Yeah, right. Let's see. Okay. Not great, but not bad. Okay. Now on this one, let's bring that over to there to make the sort of crown go. So, bring out the super glue and clean it off a little bit better so I don't do the excess this time. Get rid of almost everything I can on that. And I did leave the central part in place, as you can see. It calls to cut it out, but I just felt like being a rebel. Let's see if I glue myself to it now. Yeah, I don't know what kind of paper this is, but that's definitely not taken to the super glue. It's very unusual. Give it a little more time here. I'm gonna give it 5 more seconds now. Still not working, huh? That's weird. More pressure, maybe. Okay. Yeah. I've never seen paper not work with super glue, especially gluing it to itself. There must be some kind of. It does feel some kind of. It's not oily, but it's got it got some kind of extra texture to it. Okay, now that I got this nice cone, we're supposed to crinkle it up, and I think I will. Since I'm having so much trouble with the super glue, I will grab the old B7000 to join them together. I said I got a little bit of a crown on that, concavity or whatever you want to call it on that. Let's spread it around a little bit more. And this guy, how do you line up here? Is it? I can't hold on to it. Maybe it is oily. Don't want to crush it's a problem. Okay, I think it's going to make contact with some of it. Okay, I'll just do the same thing as before. Just try and run a bead all the way around. A little extra, maybe. Right. Okay. A little bit. Okay. It's pulling away from me, but that's supposed to put one of these around the base anyway, so all that excess glue will come in handy. I hope. Or I'll knock it off. Okay. Alright. That's still not looking great. Now it's totally off center. Okay, I guess if it's supposed to represent the sorting hat, it's supposed to look sort of ratty anyway. Alright, I'm gonna quit pushing my luck on that and let it... The strings. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm not looking forward to. Building a little box. These little things are trying to escape from me. Go ahead and put them in a bowl. Yep, they're rolling everywhere. Okay, so I got these guys contained now. And this. I've got glue on my fingers evidently because it's sticking to me. Now this one is a little bit longer, so that's going to be my end piece. And these guys, and the hardest part about these things is they're obviously PVC static cling. They won't let go once they get a hold of you. But Let's see here. Step 1 is to mount one of the big ones like so, I think. Or the other way, let's see. Probably like that, because I think it's just good clearance on everything. Okay, so let me stick that on the edge there so I can get a hold of it, and I'm just going to go a few dots around with the old B7000, I believe. Trying to do probably too many dots, but that'll be alright. And let's head that way. Okay, got full coverage of the gap there. And barely touched the glue on the bottom, but that's okay. Yep, no, don't. Okay, get you. Okay, and darn it. Okay, just leave the excess glue on there, because I just now thought, Okay, don't do all that. Okay, that should rub off. Or not. Okay, that's a ruined piece of plastic. Let me get another one, because I had enough. Yeah, there's enough to make another one. This guy out. Cutting board. Let's see, I'll just cut around this one. I hope. And hopefully I'm not putting all this glue onto the other one. Okay. I guess I need to move my move my stencil. That's this guy. Pop off there. There. And get these guys. Okay, that one. I think I can do it still. Looks like it's on the very edge with this one, so alright. And now I know once it's down, leave it down. And stick these guys back over here. Okay, and how are we doing? Okay. Now, try that again. Okay. 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 And leave that on. Let's see if I can get it. There it goes. Okay. And then take what we learned of that last experience and try again and do it right the first time on this one. Oops. Put it on the side with the writing. Alright. 2 of those pieces of glass or plastic in there. Now, let's take these guys and put them on the top and bottom of the glass, or the plastic, to make a box. Go back to the old Gorilla Super Glue. And this even coat on there, I hope. Yep. Looks like it. Let's pick one and whoops, let's do that. I keep forgetting I've got this thing. It won't work on the other one. But I got that for this one. And somehow I still missed. I didn't push in far enough. Oh well. I don't think it's going to matter because I'm about to get this one's not nowhere. No way this next one's going to be square. Okay, and 17 again. Got the the problem is there's no marks or anything on this thing to tell me where to put this other than, you know, top of the plastic. So that's what I'm aiming for. Okay, so not very square at all. And then these guys go in the sides. I'm not optimistic here either, but I think I'll try it with the B7000 again. See if I can't get a bead here to run them in. And up the sides, maybe. Let's see how it goes on this side, and we'll decide if I want to try that on the other side as well. Into the, okay, maybe it goes on the, okay, no, not tall enough, or too tall, so let's shave off just a smidge there. See if you'll, there we go, I think. Alright, and let's do a dry fit on this one first and see how you go. You take a lot more off that one, so not much. Yeah, that's actually really close. So let's see what happens with this one. Now, we put all these little guys down into there. I said all, you too. And we put our cover back on this side and hope for the best. Okay, I think I am going to use the V7000 again just to get a little more so it can plump it, I guess. Not having to go flush, because I think because it looks like those windows on the sides are not flush with the wood. I need a little extra height on there. Okay, put the writing on the inside and drop you in. Okay, I think I got. Yeah, it's not even close on the. Okay, I'm gonna go to the side of that one. Okay. Yeah, this one had. I say it was sticking it way too far. It wouldn't even pretend to bond with it. So yeah, so I got the side windows popped out, but I think they'll stay in place. Okay. And obviously some of them are glued in there. Fun. So now we're supposed to line this with that. Let me do a stop-start real quick. It's getting close. Okay. So I'm just going to do. I need to find the longest one because that's the one that's going to go across the top. And these three go the bottom. Because that's supposed to make. That should be pretty close to a square once it's all said and done. Okay. So, get back to trying to do just dots here. Shouldn't need a big line, a whole bead for that. That. Just touch them. Swirl you a little bit. There you go. Okay. Stay. Let's see see if we can do it again now. To the outside. Okay. This is going smoother than I was expecting, I'll be honest. Slide in there. Alright. And across the top. Okay. Just a smidge. Come down, join up. Okay. I was not expecting that to work out that well. Alright. But it did. Excellent. And that concludes page 14. So we got this guy, a little teeny tiny book there. We're supposed to actually, it's supposed to have like a little fold in it. So let me get my straight edge. I forgot about that. It's supposed to look like it's sort of opened, I think, is the supposed to go sort of half opened. And this guy, not looking brilliant, but not looking terrible either. And of course, let's see how the real star of the show right now. I'll say that's, you know, hadn't fallen off yet. All the goodies going on the inside. Yeah. Alright, I'm pleased that has worked out thus far. Alright, and that's, you know, like I say, that was today's progress, so that's pretty good in my book. So, like I always say, folks, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.